Hi everybody. Yesterday was my actually first day that I didn't do a vlog, but I was enjoying my niece's wedding, my niece and new nephew-in-law. It was an absolutely amazing day. Everything turned out exactly how it was supposed to be. She looked like Cinderella and it just worked out so good. The ceremony was so incredible because the pastor was, after Pastor Sarah was done with the ceremony, she did the serenity prayer and asked people if they wanted to ask Jesus in their heart. And I just think that's so important. You know, I know weddings and funerals, you know, a lot of people are at those events who aren't usually in churches. So I just think it's so important for people who aren't used to the environment of being in a church to just be able to recognize the love of Jesus and to accept him in their heart. So it was really cool. And then the limo driver, actually, he had a hat on and I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's got feathers on his hat. And then at the church service, they asked for people to come up and pray over Caleb and Ellie. And it was so amazing. So each person that wanted to share and have something on their heart with the Holy Spirit put on their heart, they were able to, you know, do a prayer. And one of the ladies that had their hand over Caleb and Ellie, she was doing a prayer. And Max said to me, Mom, she has feather earrings on. So I went up to her later on and took a picture of her feather earrings. And like, that's so just like God, right? To show up and show off. But it was really cool because even during the day of the wedding, like Ellie didn't have any of the pins to find for the corsages for the men. And so I was looking at CVS, and if you're downtown Detroit, you just know that there isn't a lot of options to find stuff. So there was a CVS in the hotel that we were at, but they didn't have them there. They had sewing pins. But anyway, so at like 10 o'clock in the morning, Ellie got a phone call and said from the desk at the Marriott and said, hey, can I speak to the bride? And she said, they're like, what can we do for you? She goes, actually, I need 25 plates and I need pins or whatever. And so she was able to get that stuff that she needed. But God is so good, right? If we're continuing to pray like a head of protection over everything and having, you know, God be in control and knowing that all things work together for the good for those who love him, it always does and it always will. And it just was absolutely amazing time. And I just cannot wait to see what the future holds for Ellie and Caleb, because Christ is totally in the center for them. And I'm just so lucky and blessed to watch and see their journey together as an amazing Christian couple, and just to see how many more lives are going to be able to change through on and throughout. So I just hope everyone has an amazing, awesome night, and I cannot wait to see what God's going to do tomorrow.